This is the exact roadmap that I used to build my personal brand from 0 to 500,000 followers, and that allowed me to crack brand deals worth thousands of dollars, network with the top 1%, get into the rooms that I never ever imagined, build businesses, and that gave me financial freedom, location, and time freedom as well. And in this video, I'm going to break down the exact roadmap that you can achieve this lifestyle for yourself too in 2024, whether you want to achieve all the things that I just mentioned above and more, or it can be as simple as that you are picking the job offers that you want to work rather than you applying to hundreds of cold job openings. You might have these questions probably popping in your mind as soon as I said this. Will this even work? What if I put so much time and effort and it doesn't work? I'm really impatient person. How much time will it take for this to get results? And what if I tell you by end of this video, you would get a crystal clear clarity on each one of them? So let's get started. The very first step is...
Wait. I'm a really introverted person and I'm not comfortable showing my face on reels if you advise me to do so. Is there something for people like us?
Yeah, Mandy, this was exact point that I was going to address. So once you know which topic or skill that you want to make content on, maybe you're a web developer and you want to flaunt the beautiful websites you make, or you're a branding guy and you want to show the beautiful designs you have made. Once you have done that, then you need to figure out which medium are you most comfortable in showcasing your work. Is it audio, video, or writing? And if you're someone like who doesn't want to show their face, and then you can maybe start with writing, and the platforms then that best suit writing are LinkedIn, Twitter, and because those are primary writing platforms, you might even want to start your own newsletter. But if you're someone who likes being comfortable with being in front of camera, which is probably the best thing you can do, because since people relate more to people, so if they are constantly seeing your face, a trust factor would be built and they would be in much better position to buy your product or services that you maybe plan to launch in future. Do you know why this actually happens? Isn't it surprising that on one hand, people get frustrated sending out hundreds of emails to get a job or to get a client, and on another hand, some people who have built personal brands have the luxury to choose which job they want to work for or the client they want to work with? Let me tell you the answer. It all starts with 7-hour rule, which states that if your viewers or an audience consumed 7 hours of your content, be it on Instagram or YouTube, they would be more enticed to buy from you. So what about Twitter, newsletter, and LinkedIn content? It's effective, but here's where video content actually takes edge over because of the obvious reason that I just mentioned. But what if you don't know ABC of scripting, shooting, and editing, and you're like already starting to feel overwhelmed, and you're like, before even you start, and you're like, I don't know if I can do all of this. So if you are beginning from scratch, I would advise you to watch some tutorials on YouTube video for the same, and start with short form content like YouTube shorts or reels. And once you build enough skill set, then move towards the longer form of the video content. And actually let me know in the comment section if you would be interested in me teaching you how to get started on YouTube or Instagram as well. Now you might be familiar with how notorious these platforms are with changing their algorithm, and I had to hire like a dedicated YouTube manager and Instagram manager to figure out like to keep up with the trends, because it's so unpredictable. And that's why it's said that once you start growing your audience, you should never rent the audience on the platform, because these platforms you're using, they can change the algorithm and you lose your audience. So that's why you want to have an audience which is platform independent. Any guesses what that is? Yes, it's newsletter. Now start building along with your following. And this is one of the mistakes I made. I did not start newsletter early on, and that's why I started it now. I have now more than 10,000 people on my newsletter. So starting a newsletter is a very good idea once you start writing content or building your personal brand, because you own the audience.
Okay, I get that. But Yudi, I have no idea what content to make and which content would sell and bring me more views. I have seen these creators like Tarun getting no less than 100k views on each of their videos. And here is me with my shitty content which nobody wanna see.
Yeah, Mandy, I get that. I have found the best way to counter this problem, and I've used it for my audience too, which is building this audience avatar sheet. So this is the audience avatar, and I have figured out like who's my target audience, what is their age group and demographic, what are their fear, motivation, and belief system, and then you can start making video. So Again, if you make video hitting their fear points, whatever motivates them, what are their goals, don't you think that you would get more views, or at least it will be more relatable? After this step is just expanding, building systems and processes to partially automate this stuff, because you would be so busy managing, creating the content, managing your audience that you're building, and hopefully the money that is associated. So you would want to free up your time. And also the bigger thing is that you want to stay consistent. So if you build processes and systems, you can stay consistent. Another question you probably are like, okay, I get it. How do I do that? You can do that by also outsourcing it, right? So after you have grown and your money has started to come in, don't just take that money and put it in your pocket. Instead, reinvest it, because it's your personal brand and a business. So you want to reinvest it. And the first thing you want to hire is a video editor. If you are on a video-based platform, if you are not, then probably you want to hire like a content manager or a content strategist.
But Yudi, building an audience would take a lot of time. I don't have patience to wait that long.
That's an assumption. Who said that it would take a long time? Let me clear this up. Though it takes around 1 to 2 years to build a well-engaged community, you would start to see the result in less than 2 months of posting content.
I reached like 250 followers and I landed my first deal.
You only need 3 clients to get to 10K month.
I know people who have cracked deals, thousands of dollars with less than 1,000 followers. I'm not kidding. I guess that would add like an extra layer of motivation to keep this journey for yours to go on. And by no means I'm trying to like glamorize this process of building personal brand and saying that it's all going to be easy and quick and it's all going to be like nice. Now, I guess that hopefully seeing that adds like a little bit of motivation to keep this journey of yours going. And the last point is that you rinse and repeat. Keep modifying and studying and growth hacking the content that is already working for you and why it's working, what's working, and double down on that, maybe with a bit of experimentation.
Hey Yudi, I'm on my 5th month of producing content. I feel really depressed when my content doesn't perform well, and in turn, I see a dip in people buying my services. What should I do?
Here's where finding your true whys come into the picture. So even before you start this journey, you need to ask yourself, who are you? Why do you want to do this? Because personal brand is personal, like, right? It has to be personal. There needs to be an intrinsic motivation. What is your true why? And once you attach that true why and make content and build your personal brand based on that you want to maybe educate and inspire people and so, then you will not feel depressed or something. If you only want to do it to get followers and to be popular, and if you don't get it, then you will quit very quickly. Trust me on that. Your happiness shouldn't be dependent on the outcome of what you're doing, on the sales you are getting, by the number of followers you are getting, by the number of likes you are getting. Instead, it should be based on your true internal beliefs. If you want a much deeper clarity, I would recommend you to buy a book by Simon Sinek, which is called Find Your Why. I would definitely recommend you to go and watch this video also. It's called 3 Golden Circle, like start with why. These are some of the amazing resources to figure out who you are and what's your why. So this was the roadmap to build your personal brand. It is bound to work if you do the things correctly that I just laid down in this video. It would definitely give you an upper hand over your competitors because they are too lazy to do it. So if you want to build business around it, be it actual product business or a service-based business, then let me know in the comment section. I would be able to make a video on the same topic as well. And if you're still very confused on where you need to begin, you can refer to this video to find your true why, which I just made a few weeks ago. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep smiling and keep hustling. You gotta hustle every single day.